Hey y'all, what's up? So yeah, I was watching this documentary the other day. It's called The African Trade. It's from the History Channel. It looks a bit older, probably like early 2000ish. But yeah, so I was watching that and I wanted to do like a couple reactions um from two clips. I got two clips and I want to do a couple reactions, right? So before we get into that, uh when if you've never really thought it out, it's gonna shock you. If you watch it, it's really good. You probably should watch it and you'll understand that Europeans didn't come into Africa kidnapping us, right? Of course they gonna need some help. First of all, they white, they'll burn, and then you a foreign person going into a foreign land. No, they had help. So slavery was a big deal in Africa. And like I was saying, they was enslaving each other. It was a business. They was enslaved. How they was enslaving us, I'll get into that. So let's just go ahead and get into this first clip and I'm gonna come back with my commentary. Okay, so yeah, I forgot to add in. This is for fair use of educational purposes only. Also, with the guy talking, he's gonna speak in a different language. It's gonna be a trigger warning. Yeah, so be prepared for that. All right.
Un esclave est un esclave. C'est-à-dire que la condition d'esclave, c'est d'abord ce qu'il y a d'humiliant, d'inacceptable, n'est-ce pas? Le reste, comment il est traité, si l'esclave domestique est mieux que l'esclave exporté, etc., c'est une question de détail de la manière dont l'esclave est traité. Mais le fait est que l'esclave n'a pas sa liberté, il ne s'appartient pas, il est la propriété. Il est la propriété d'un autre. Si on définit l'esclave comme tel, tous les esclaves sont les mêmes. D'abord, en ce qui concerne le, le principe de liberté chère à tout être humain.
In cultures where human sacrifice was common, being a slave could be fatal. One king executed two each morning in gratitude for a good night's sleep. Another decorated his palace walls with their severed heads. Here, 127 slaves are being beheaded to fill a gap. A woman slave crucified to try and stop the rain. And if cruelty to slaves was nothing new, neither was exporting them.
Yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it? Just hearing that man talk and watching the ending of that, seeing how they treated people. So I just found that interesting with the man talking, because he began with a slave is still a slave, right? So he's saying that, and it's like when you look at these Africans now that's like commenting on the internet and like even out in reality, they look down on us, right? Even when we wasn't proud to say like we're descendants of slaves, they still felt like that. So it's like, are y'all using like this old tactic? Do y'all still hold that principle? Y'all still hold that principle and think that we still slaves. Y'all sold us and you look down on us. So in your mind, we gonna always be slaves to you. And I just found that part real interesting, because it's like, this was hundreds of years ago and y'all still think like this. That's what I'm personally thinking. That's my opinion. Just how they talk to us, they'd be like, that's why you was a slave. And it's like, okay, y'all still holding these principles dear to your heart. I just found that real interesting. What y'all think about that? In the ending, they severing heads to fill a gap. So a king executes two slaves a night so he can sleep good. And they crucifying a woman to stop rain. It's like y'all still on this superstition type of stuff. Y'all still doing rituals and everything. We see what's going on. Y'all still doing the same thing, beheading people. We see what's going on. And I just found that first clip interesting. And, we're going to go ahead and get into this second one. Because, like, y'all did all this for what? For what? So let's get up into that.
But for 300 years, they carried slaves to the ships. Others escorted slaves from the interior or grew food for the Atlantic crossing. The economy of West Africa became geared to the slave trade and virtually dependent on it. There's not much to show for it now. The gin's been drunk, the gunpowder fired, the glasses smashed. Africa lost its strongest and fittest to create wealth for Europe and the Americas. In return, Africa got nothing lasting, nothing on which to build and progress.
So y'all did all that for what? I understand that, slavery was a big deal back then. It not only did good for their economy back then, but everybody was doing it. I understand that. But it's like Africa depended so much on it. It actually was the economy. It actually built the economy. It was funding everything. And when white people say, you know what, we got our deal, we done with the trade. You didn't even get a good deal. Gin, dinner plates, guns broke. Now your economy is gone. And you sold off all of your fittest people, your best people, your smartest people, because some of those slaves were blacksmiths, builders, growers, and you basically started white supremacy. You started white supremacy. They was building on, and they said, you know what, we done with you. And not only that, you now have to pay for all of that. You now are colonized. So it was all for nothing. But yeah, that's the video. What y'all think about it? Give me your thoughts. I just wanted to share these two clips. Go ahead and watch that documentary. It's here on YouTube. It's called The African Trade. But yeah, that's deep. You're gonna learn so much watching that. So thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe, share, and comment. Let me know how y'all feel. All right, peace out.